I'm freezing. Everyone's like, you're a big, you know what? And I'm just like, nah, it's like literally 18 degrees out here. But I can't wait for cold weather for the studios because I'm over sweating. I normally love summer. I love hot weather.
I ain't even
But
talk
this
about
year's
that.
been rough, man. It's been
No,
such a
I'd
long.
never like hot weather. Not
I've
once.
always been like, oh, I can't wait for summer. Can't wait for summer.
Nope.
Now I'm just like, I can't wait for spring and fall, man. Like
Spring,
I'm
hell,
over.
I just want fall and winter.
I have never once
Mm.
since I got out of school said I can't wait for summer. The only reason I said I can't wait for summer is because of summer break. Until after that,
Yeah.
fuck summer, dude.
Well, yeah, it's
Working as an adult in the summer, no.
Yeah, I'm over it. I'm over it.
Well, it's
Atta boy, get that pinky out, Jonesy.
It's almost to the point now that, man, I have to almost carry 2 shirts to work.
Yeah, I made the mistake of going golf, and lately I've been going golfing, and I keep forgetting to take a shirt with me, and like the whole ride home, I'm just like, my leather seats are just soaking up that like
Man, that's rough.
sweat.
That is rough having to go golfing and forgetting an extra shirt.
It is tough, but if it's a tough, I got
Somebody's got to do it. Somebody's
it's
got
a
to
tough
do it.
life. If someone's got to live it, it might as well be me.
Hey, I got my golf bag sitting right here.
Mine's in the car, which is over at the bar with the wife. So
here's another layer of Jonesy we just figured out. Jonesy's got golf clubs.
I didn't.
Oh yeah, well for sure.
You
I love
golf?
golf.
Dude,
huh? I haven't golfed in a long time, but yeah, I used to golf all the time. There's a couple places around here. We got this 9-hole out here, St. Stan's, and I used to go crush balls out there.
Hell yeah!
But the 18-hole I love the most. It's called River Oaks. Front 9 is pretty chill and small, but the back 9, so it has like the freaking clubhouse thing, and there's a back deck, and then right like a couple yards off the back deck is the tee for hole 10, and it's just down this hill, nothing but grass out by the river. We used to take, after we would tee off on hole 10, we used to take our shoes off and just play barefoot. It's the after party, and I was young then, so we smoked blunts and drank, and anybody who came up, we would just let them play through. Dude, I love that course, man.
Just living your hippie life, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, fucking better believe it.
Damon, whoa, Damon. Hippie was an aggressive term he just used.
I felt like it, but I
felt like he used hippie as a derogatory, you're not better than me term.
No, I mean, he was like all barefoot and he was drowning himself. He was drowning himself.
You're not
because I'm doing things that are right for your body. I'm a
drowning
hippie.
yourself.
You know, maybe I'm just
yeah, that was.
I'm not mad, Damon. I'm just disappointed.
Where at least I know I'm free.
Okay, well, maybe that was a little too much. Maybe that was a little too much.
Proudly stand up
next to you and defend.
Yeah, no, great. Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, and long may she wave. That's all I got to say.
Hey, that thing waves all sure.
That thing, yeah. Well,
hey, sorry, Red Stapler has a little bit of effects over here. My bad.
He's got the box fan over there blowing.
No, he don't.
It's a stand-up fan, but yeah.
It works.
I know it's an act. I was just joking, but that's so awesome that it's probably actually.
Hey,
I just noticed, like, yeah. Now that I think about it, like that thing has not stopped moving the whole show. So that makes sense.
When I first came in, this was waving like this too.
I was going to say that flag. What do you got that damn thing super glued to the wall there? That thing wasn't moving a muscle.
Well, it's a lot heavier than this little guy.
Yeah, that little guy. Hey, it's not the size of the dog in the fight. Ask 13 colonies. Ask those 13 colonies.
Thought we was going to go with the fighting the dog.
So why in America do we spell canceled with one L, and in Britain they spell it with 2? Because back in 1776 we gave them an extra L.
Oh.
I was going to say something about an L, something about losing. I'm like, but I didn't know what to do.
Look.
Guess we just lost some viewers over there.
Oh, man. There we go. Didn't want them anyway. Didn't want them. Actually, I lied. We want everybody. This is a home for all dudes and dudettes. Don't yawn. I'm yawning.
Oh, you know what we forgot actually?
What?
No.
Last night. Hold on, I'm getting to it. We forgot to bring up something really, really cool.
I had it. Nobody just said no.
Right. Well, we got it here tonight for you folks.
Talk about it. Talk about it now.
Throw me in.
Boom. Get in there.
The Dude Network website is live.
What's the name of that website? It sounds complicated.
No, but it's just thedudenetwork.com.
Oh, that sounds simple. I should go check it out sometime.
And how cool we are, you don't even have to type in the www. Just type in thedudenetwork.com.
Be a dude about it.
I'm just saying.
Be a dude about it. Needs to be a t-shirt.
So I do want to point out we have, if you want to know the team, we got the team. Pictures are a little slow tonight, but we got the biography.
Good job, Kelly.
Well, Nombre and Chip pop up right away.
And Chip popped in.
Wow.
Interesting.
Hey, good things come to those that wait.
Right. So we got Nombre, of course. We're still looking for him. He's lost.
He's right there.
We'll bring him home. Of course, we got our beautiful friend Steven, aka Chip from 3
And
Overs
I think
Daily.
we spelled his name wrong. I think it's 1P.
It is.
He's pretty cool, eh?
Yeah, eh?
Yeah. But I don't want to talk too much. He is pretty cool, eh? But I don't want to run on too much about it. So
he's gonna be pissed.
Look, now we're peeking through, but you can read a little bit about us. If you want to know what partners that the Dude Network messes with, we got them right here. Always.
I really like that page.
Right. It's simple and it's just straight to the point. More to come, folks. This is definitely a fluid website.
We got a
little work to do, but we wanted to get something out to everybody.
We got our skeleton. Now it's time to put some meat on them bones.
Right. And look.
Right there.
The shows are right here.
Hey, you see where now it's defaulting to our most recent.
Yep.
Yes. Absolutely. I love this.
And it will be eventually moved to the homepage. Next week the most recent show will be on the homepage. So that'll be fun.
If you missed a show, all you have to do is click right here on podcast. Here's them all.
Mm-hmm.
And there's pages, folks. So if you missed any of them, there is quite
that's John's
library.
That's John's receipts right there.
Right. Yeah. There's a lot of receipts in there. I got a few more.
If you're new, there's so much content out there for you folks. Just go diving, man.
Right.
Go diving.
Right.
Just go diving.
If you need to contact us, it still says Tony, but most likely that's going to change to Johnsy at the Dude Network. But you can still contact Tony too.
In the meantime, that email is valid. It is active and it will work.
But here is one thing we are really excited about. It's going to take me to another page. So I'm going to share this tab instead. But here's the Dude Network shop. We got shirts for dudes, dudettes, nonstop. The TDN Outdoors logo is available in t-shirt and sweatshirt. And the 3/4 baseball tee, the best baseball tee.
Yeah, but that one's out of stock in a lot. I want to switch that up to a new shirt because that shirt's always out of stock. Sorry.
Okay, well,
we're learning. We're learning as we go.
Right. We're new.
Check out that waterproof speaker. That waterproof speaker. I am going to get one of these. I am
right there. Damon was repping the glass. You can see that. If you want some Dude Network posters, just as a talking piece to introduce people to your favorite podcast, that's the easy way in. Hey, if you missed Eduardo, this one's for you, buddy. If you can't stand that the show is ending, if you're one of those fans that hate Last Call, grab this velveteen blanket right here, and you can go to sleep with the Dude Network every night.
Boom. Ready.
We got the Doodly. More to come on that. More to come on that.
We can talk about who our dude lead is. He gave me a bio. We're going to work on the bio, but let's go over. He has not commented about the shirt, so maybe he hated it. Hang on, I got to find it. I got to find it.
Well, while you're doing that.
Okay, I got it.
Okay. Of
course you do.
Sorry. Well, I can hold off.
Timing's everything.
Too late now.
All right, so we have our first dude lead. Pinky out. My name, it's Matt Rivers, a starting pitcher for Barton College out of the Carolinas, Wilson, North Carolina, if I'm not mistaken. But here it is. My name is Matt Rivers. I started out my college career at Gardner-Webb University in 2019, Division I. Unfortunately, the first year was COVID, and it was tough to get adapted, so I went back and gave it another chance. I enjoyed my time there and met a lot of great people who I still talk with today. I then had to get Tommy John surgery, which put me out for a year while I did rehab. I ended up doing 1 year of JUCO at Rockingham Community College, which also taught me a lot of baseball lessons I never learned at the Division I level. After having a solid year at Rockingham, I committed to Barton College and finished the year with a 2.75 ERA. Shout out. I will be going back for 1 more year to get my master's at Barton College.
There he is right there.
There he is. He throws 93 mile an hour. Yes. And I got stuck with this kid on a plane out to the College World Series. He's a dude. He's one of us. Really good guy. After talking with him on the plane, I was like, I want you to be our first dude lead. We have another one that's coming. He got drafted number 500 overall, but right now, Matt Rivers, let's just face it, D2 pitchers, that's so Dude Network. We try to find diamonds. We're diamonds in the rough.
We're
looking
baby.
For diamonds in the rough. If you're a dude lead and here's the thing, you don't have to be a 93 mile an hour flamethrower. You can just you can mow your yard with the best, cleanest, straightest lines of all time. You can eat 55 hot dogs on July 4th.
You could catch a beer tossed off the porch, thrown by your wife while mowing said yard with perfect lines.
Damn. There you go.
So, like I said, more to come on the Doodly. There will be some competitions coming up. Spoiler alert. Just get ready to rock and roll, folks.
I wasn't even aware of it, but I love it.
It's happening.
I signed off on it right now. I love garage beer, guys, but I'm switching to the bourbon. I'm bloated.
There you go.
I drank so much garage beer last night. I just can't do 2 nights.
So to finish off the store, we got a few options here, folks. And all the shirts are designed by us dudes or really good friend of show, Unkies.
Shout out.
So, yeah, shout out, which is also part of the giveaway. And if you don't know what the giveaway is, I believe our boy Damon has something lined up here. If not... And this is the last thing I'm going to say about it is if you want a little more information than that, then you need to go back and watch last night's show. Tony Good does a really good job of breaking down everything, points, and points out a few extra things. You get to see something in the flesh, but you don't get to see it tonight. You got to go back and watch if you want to know more.
Yes, sir.
Now...
You can't even see it better. So yeah, for sure.
Now that the business is out of the way, let's have a good time, gentlemen.
I'm about it.
What did I do with that?
Don't worry about it. No, they got to go back to Friday. No.
Putting this back. I'm putting this back.
Oh. Yeah, put it right there. Oh, here we go.
Damon, I'm hitting B right now because another receipt. It is impossible for him to keep secrets.
Zero.
Even when he already told it wasn't even a secret.
It was a softball toss for him. I mean, that was the easiest one he could just keep a secret on.
Hang on. Does that make it better?
A little stiffer than that, bro. There's a little. There you go. There it is. There it is.
Couldn't go no stiffer. About
you need some Cialis, Viagra.
Nah, I was rubbed some horny goat milkweed on it thing.
How about some Rhino?
No.
Some Rhino weed?
No, you ain't never seen those at the gas stations and shit.
Bro, like you mess around and take that. No, you mess around and take that.
Never.
You be dead.
I mean, if you want, that's up to you. That's up to you. That's a personal choice. But
I'm still.
I'm
a man. I'm 30.
You know what is kind of nice though? There's a royal honey. You ever seen the royal honey?
No.
So these bees get pollen from these certain flowers that are.
Yes. Yeah. It's up on this specific mountain ledge.
Oh, maybe mountains, but there's these the ones I think you're talking about are on a cliffside.
Yes. Well, I thought that was on a mountain.
Those ones are like some serious, awesome hallucinogenic honey.
I think the Rev was taught us about that stuff on that one.
Probably taught you about it, bro.
Taught me about it.
I'm definitely
they
well versed
because they need flowers and the pollen of the flowers to make the honey. Yeah, the honey that gets from hallucinogens. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, we've learned we can't teach Johnsy anything, correct?
That's not true.
Yep.
That's not true.
Well,
that's not true.
Okay, 85% of the stuff we talk about, we can't teach you anything.
80, 95. Probably more like 95, 97.
I was giving a good buffer.
Yeah, I wasn't.
Look, Tony has to message me and go, look, I get it, thank you, but I just need to live my life.
Yeah, I said I just want to live my life of happiness, man. Stop trying to fuck it
up. Damon just goes, yeah, I've been seeing that, or like a thumbs up or 100. Tony's like, hey, bro, love you lots, but just trying to live.
Yeah.
Hell no, give it to me. I want to know.
I mean, I don't know. I enjoy what he said though, but
although there was one you sent me, Damon, I was like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've never sent you anything that you didn't know about already. So.
I'm not. It's just funny because he'll send
me.
But
this, here's the thing: I purposely avoid it.
I go, what's even crazier is this happened afterwards. He's like, he won't text me back.
So, me and Alyssa play this fun game where, I'll find out about things and current events 3 days later, and she just knows, just not to tell me because I'll eventually figure it out. And I'm just like, so when did you? So it went from did you hear about this to where it's so when did you hear about this? Because she's like, oh, 3 days ago. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I just learned about it. I think it's cool. So, yeah, I'm always the last to the party on that stuff because I hate it. I don't like it at all.
No, I'm not involved like I was before.
I literally when I tell you I just want to live. I literally have created a happy life, and I just try to.
Oh, me too.
I just don't even
No, but you need.
I'm thankful you said it. But I know I get into them so much that sometimes it's better for me just not to know.
But it goes back to what Johnsy always says, though. Do your own research.
Right.
See it for yourself.
And really, a lot of it is I'm just sending you. So there's actually physical proof in person of receipts.
Yep.
All I know is I got a receipt. This Eagle Rare is delicious.
Oh, here we go.
With that $30 damn bottle, and it cost me.
Right. Hold on.
Okay, I got one. Hey,
Prince of the Pours over here sipping Eagle Rare.
Yeah. Sipping on the $40 bottle of Eagle Rare where everyone else.
That's probably the bottle he bought me.
No, yours is still in there, brother.
Ooh, you're aging it for him. I love
it.
Well, there's no wood in there to age it, but I'm
no, there's no aging going in a bottle.
Man, I was trying to give you a little I was just trying to selfishly.
Now, what might be going on in here? We can classify as aging.
Absolutely.
Allegedly,
folks. This is the point where I have to interject and remind everybody that these are acts of individuals. These are the thoughts of individuals, the sayings of individuals, all for entertainment purposes and just having a good time. None of these statements or thoughts or actions reflect on the Dude Network as a whole. And back to your regular scheduled programming.
All right. One, that's bullshit. Don't listen to anything Johnsy just said.
Okay, so the lawyers don't matter. That's cool. Whatever. Just keeping everything legal, buddy.
That's what I'm just gonna sit here then.
I think he's illegal. Get it out of here.
Yeah, well, whatever. Just hey, Damon.
All I'm saying is, it's
Damon.
not
remember
illegal.
this receipt for when I covered our asses forever.
Yeah, I got you.
But you didn't really cover us from anything because it is perfectly legal to have this. It's perfectly legal to go buy clear white lightning at a store.
True.
It's perfectly legal to pour purchased white liquor
100%.
into this right here, which it clearly is. And so nothing's illegal. There is nothing illegal going on with this, site.
Didn't one time say there was, number one.
No,
so
true.
Number two,
gave a false disclaimer.
No, I did not. I was just Damon, please help me out.
He was trying to help the whole team. He was trying to help the whole Dude Network as a whole.
He was looking out for himself. He was trying to keep himself.
Not really.
You heard it here first. Don't hate
Johnson, here's what I'm gonna need. Here's what I'm gonna need from you.
Okay.
I'm gonna need that same disclaimer on a video. That way we can put it in the file, and when it comes up, I can just shoot that video out.
We could clip that disclaimer.
Well, we can clip it from the last 15 shows.
40, I was saying
we need to make that. I think we need to make that a clip for next week on the pods page of Johnson's disclaimer and be like, "Welcome to the Dude Network."
Actually, you know what? I got you.
I seriously think I want that.
I'll put together a clip.
Yeah, we need that. We need that. So I can just
hopefully someone I'll hit B here just so if you watch it.
I got an idea. I'm gonna clip together a couple of them of me doing it, like a montage.
Yeah.
And then it'll just be "Welcome to the Dude Network" or something like that.
That's right.
I got it. I got this. We'll figure it out together. Because we are family. I got all my brothers with me. We are family.
We got Demon in the South Kakaloo.
Oh, look at him, boy. Look at him trying to freestyle.
Yeah. Oh, I ain't freestyle. That's a natural flow right there, brother.
Oh, here we go. You heard it here first. Hold on. Tony Dollars is also a rapper.
On the big screen. Yeah. Chicka. It's Canton where I'm repping
the
fame.
Hold on. You
I
said
hit the ground running, and now I'm in the Hall of Fame.
Now, hold on a second. You said Damon called you out for a sick freestyle, and you said, man, it's just a natural flow. So we're going to give you a beat. Ready?
Cutthroat's the game, Night Train's the name. You're coming at me wrong, man. I'll put you to shame. It's Canton where I'm repping the name. Hit the ground running. Now I'm in the Hall of Fame.
I'm here for it. B. That's the clip of the night.
I ain't gonna lie. That's from a long time ago. I always knew that people would ask me to freestyle, so I kept one in my brain for this moment exactly. I'm glad I kept.
Oh my day! Hey, you heard it here first. Tony Dollars even got receipts.
That's right. I knew this day would come.
He's got one or two. I
knew this day would come. I didn't know it would take 38 years, but it came.
He's got like 2 receipts. That's about it.
Yeah, that's about it on that. That was about as much flow.
Hey, speaking of freestyling, though.
Okay.
Shout out to friend of the show,
dude.
DPK.
Yes,
Dirty
thank you
Prescott
for bringing-
kids
dude.
for
we
repping it up with Limp Bizkit.
Oh, we can't pull
Fred
that up. They'll shut
Durst
this down.
loved him some DPK, right?
Yeah,
Dude,
man.
he was, dude. The greatest part is when he walks out and he's all, is it tough to? He was like, it was a rough like competition or whatever, because it was down to him and another dude
That's right.
for like a few weeks.
Yeah.
And that's that one thing I brought up on a show, but I didn't want to speak about it because I didn't want to jinx it. I didn't want to put anything out there. I wanted it to be all him.
Yeah.
And that dude went out and sang a whole song with Fred Durst. Crushed it. And when Fred Durst got ready for the next song, he goes, well, I think we just found my replacement. Shout out Travis, dude. I'm so fucking glad. And if
you don't think he's a friend of the show, here it is right here.
What's up? This is DPK, and you're watching the Dude Network. Stay dirty.
Stay dirty, folks.
Stay
Stay dirty.
Hey,
also,
no matter what, we're gonna rep our friends that are crushing it,
Hell yeah.
always.
Can we talk about Fred Durst's hair?
Are you not a fan? I fucking love it.
Yeah, it's a total wild look.
No,
it looks like
I'm saying wild, like different, like wild, like
no, dude. I'm saying
it's
for me,
it doesn't
fits
scream
the
Limp
line.
Bizkit.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, see, Damon gets it, bro.
Yeah, it screams snowboarder dude.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
X2, rock around the world. It's tricky. Like that, like the snowboarder that would do backflips in the air in the fro. The character that had the big fro. That's what it reminded me. Jonesy knows it. Jonesy gets it. Yeah,
no, I know it, but bro, the fact that you went into that much detail, that was just beautiful.
And then,
PlayStation 2, we had 2 games.
Bro, hey, Prince of the Poors, I never even had a PlayStation, let alone a PlayStation 2.
SSX Tricky was hard, dude.
I had to grow up, make my own money, and buy my first Xbox 360 since we had 64.
I remember I convinced my dad to get a PS2, and I had to pay him back with my allowance money to get it. And after making 3 installment payments of 20, we called it paid off in full.
That's a dad right there. That's
a dad right there. My dad
that's legit though, because he still taught you a little bit of financial responsibility, but he didn't make you spend a year and a half paying off.
I played my dad so hard because I paid him first month I paid him right on the button. Second month hard on the button. Third month I'm like, I wonder if he's going to actually hit up his own son for $20. And he was like,
this story took a way different.
Yeah. This is why your kids are assholes, folks. Right here, all of them, because I was like, man, I wonder if Dad's going to say something. Dad's like, you still owe 20 for this month, and you could just tell in his eyes he felt like an asshole asking his son for $20. And I was like, yeah. I mean, I just only had 12 hours at the IGA this week, so I just don't have it. And he's like, okay. And then that was how my credit score with my dad dropped to about a 480.
Hey, but that pretty much checks out for most sons and fathers.
You know what I mean?
Let's be real.
Yeah, I mean, we worked hard around the house, and Dad was just doing the best to try to teach us a lesson about saving and buying.
Right. Yeah,
but we had Sega Genesis, and we waited a really, really long time. So, he hooked us up.
And this guy's claiming Prince of the Poors.
Yeah, Prince of the Poors.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, Prince of the Poors from the get-go. Only paid $60 for a PS2.
Hey, remember when I said that I had to grow up and buy my own 360 Xbox? And the last thing we got was a 64. That's because a friend gave it to us.
Yeah. Well, we had the Sega was awesome, man. I remember my dad and I got it for Christmas. It was my dad and I's joint gift from my mom.
Okay.
When they were still together.
Okay, family gift. Yeah. I love it.
It was that mom goes, no, this is for both you and your dad. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting a gift with my dad? Because my dad had no idea we were getting.
That's awesome.
And we got the Sega Genesis as a and I was.
Did you rip Sonic? Did you play Mortal Kombat?
Oh, bro, I don't know. We must have been kind of rich one year or had access to
Kinda
money at
rich.
Christmas because
Kind of rich one year.
Kind of rich.
because this one Christmas was like epic. We got the Sega and we got like 3 fucking new games with the Sega. Plus I had a full Christmas on top of it. I was like, I remember that
Damn.
Christmas, I was like, holy shit, this Christmas is awesome. Like it
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like, but yeah, I don't know what. I think mom went back to work that year, so we had a second income. So it was all
I
like
gotcha.
extra income, I think, and it was for like Wayne Dalton Garage Door.
Dude,
Shout out
so
so
one of
yeah,
the
I remember
mo-
we got.
Oh,
so to
sorry.
answer your question, John Z, we had Sonic 2. Then they got me Sonic and Knuckles with the attachment where it flipped open and you could put the Sonic 2 on it. And I was literally the only homie and anybody I knew that had that. And I was like, for the first and only time in my life,
you
I
were
had
the
cool-
king.
I had
Right.
a fucking king
Right.
of games system. I
Right,
was playing as
dude.
Knuckles on Sonic 2, man. Shout out mom and dad because that was
What?
the best.
Right,
That was
right.
like- that
dude.
was
I
awesome.
know that moment. I know that moment, dude.
Yeah, I remember like
Sega.
everybody had everything. Super Nintendo was out, and then my Sega was cooler than the Super Nintendo.
So this show's taking a really interesting turn, but I got to shout out my
I
dad.
love our shows.
My dad one year for Christmas. So
Okay.
I can't remember, was that like 10 or 9, 10, 11, some one of those years. And I came up to him, I'm like, Santa ain't real. And he goes, oh, really? You know, we go through this whole back and forth, blah, 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 blah.
Mhm.
And he was like, write a letter. I'm like, why? You'll just take it out of the mailbox. Like I was calling all of the bluffs. And like literally 3-4 days before Christmas, my dad goes, hey, I got Santa's fax number.
Okay.
And he taught me how to use the fax machine. He's like, you write down what you want. And you send the fax. I won't even see what you write down. So I'm like, all right, that seems legit, right?
Right.
So I write down exactly what I want. Dude, I literally got the exact BMX bike I wanted, to the color,
Yeah.
everything nailed down. In 3-4 days before Christmas. After sending the fax, and my dad didn't see. And I was like, holy shit, like, what? Is
Okay.
Santa freaking real?
Yeah, you didn't
Like,
realize
what?
the fax is coming to another fax machine that he received at the time. But that's all right.
So
We
shout out
understand
to
the
my dad.
technology.
Shout out to my dad.
Don't ruin his childhood.
No, seriously, shout out to my dad, because that dude, 3-4 days before Christmas, got a fax at his desk at work that pinpointed an absolute specific bike. And if his son didn't get exactly that bike, he wasn't going to believe in Santa. And you got to understand, my dad dresses up as Santa, has had a Santa suit, like wishes the Tim Allen movie Santa Claus could be real so he could take over as Santa for real. Like,
There you go.
serious. And so this was like do or die. Like, I will fail as a father if I don't do this. And he nailed it.
Nice.
I went to school
Papa.
like, no, I don't care what you guys say. You guys
Hey,
are
Papa
stupid.
John's, man. Papa
Yeah.
John's. That's
John.
Reggie the Regulator, you're the man, dude.
Reggie the Regulator.
Papa John's got that bite.
He just called him Reggie the Regulator. I don't think I could ever go back to Papa John's after.
That's what we used to call him in high school, me and all my friends, because his name's Reginald Jeffrey Johns. But there was like this thing in my dad's family, they all went by their middle name. Like, I was like 30 some years old when I found out my grandma Diane, that was actually her middle name. I thought her name was Diane Mary. It's Mary Diane.
Regulators.
Right.
Oh.
So when I told my buddies that his name was Reggie, and he started calling himself Reggie for like when he does his business stuff, it was Reggie the Regulator from that moment on. I still say it once in a while to his face. I'm like, hey, Regulator.
Oh man.
Straight gangster right there, son.
He's pretty thug life, dude.
I
He's a
think
cool
everybody gives their parents a nickname in adulthood. I don't know if my dad's got one. Yeah, well, my dad was always called Jeffro. His name's Jeff. They call him Jeffro.
Did he
Hey there, Jeffro.
Did he like sitting on a park bench? Ba-na?
I don't know the reference, so no.
Jethro Tull? Okay, my bad.
I didn't listen.
Yeah,
to
my bad.
No,
My bad.
he said Jeffro, Jeffro, not Jethro.
Oh, my bad. Okay, I heard it a little. Yeah,
that's what made it special. That's what made
Right,
it special.
okay.
That it was Jeffro, not Jethro.
right. An actual
Because I
nickname.
think Jethro was a
Right.
name, a popular
An actual
singer.
name, right? People
Yeah,
were
well,
named Jethro.
Sarah, that was probably like a real everyday singer that you would hear on the radio. But and then mom was Mama Cindy. Mama Cindy.
Yeah, everybody in our life calls Kim Mama. Everybody.
Well, mom, it was always mom.
Mama
And
Kim.
Yeah.
I remember my one of my college roommates named her Mama Cindy because he had a mom named Mama Diane or something. He's like, "Oh, you got a Mama Cindy," and my mom loved it. So to this day, it's Mama
Right.
Cindy. But it's still
Yeah.
mom when I'm like, but when I'm like, "Hey, this is Mama Cindy," like yeah, when I introduce him to my friends and stuff, it's Mama Cindy.
There you
She
go.
loves it. Shout out Mama Cindy. Who's
Yeah,
not
shout out
watching this show.
Shout out Mama
Guarantee you
Kim.
she's not watching this.
Shout out
she
Mama
will.
Kim. She's probably not watching this one, but she does tune in. You can catch Mrs. Johns in the chat once in a while
Oh, really?
if you're lucky.
Mhm.
Shay, she's a big supporter.
Oh, no, I didn't believe. I'm not saying that.
Hey, so hold
Mine
on.
Mine are
real quick.
not. They like they're not like in like watching.
Not
like,
unsupportive.
they're
Yeah, right.
Well, I don't know, man. My mom, like, she thinks it's awesome. My dad just doesn't get it. Like, I know he's not going to watch this. Dad, I'm sorry you don't get it. It's not meant to be understood, but it works. There you go.
Hey, Pops, I understand. Papa Lane.
I do call him Pops, and his name that he saved is Pops.
Right, I call my
Hey,
dad Pops all the time too.
Without my dad, there's no Dude Network. Fun fact.
See,
Absolutely.
yeah, that's absolutely
That's
a
a
fact.
true fact.
So here's the thing.
Yep.
And don't worry.
He always called me Dude.
Your
he's
Pops
like, hey, dude.
will,
Hey, dude.
he'll get it. One day he'll get it. He will.
He's starting to. He doesn't
No.
understand, like,
One
I think
day,
he has a hard time understanding. Like, man, people just like send you stuff for free.
one day,
yeah.
one day,
It's just
one
like,
day.
why would they do that?
one day, boys, when we make it to the moon, Alice, everybody will understand.
Right to the moon, Alice.
Poor reference, but we understand.
No, I'm just taking it back to mean something cool.
Yeah, I get you.
I'm just rewriting history.
Yeah, that's funny, man. Because like
That's
we
what
started.
everybody does, right? We just
Yeah, it's
Oh,
funny because you
sorry.
say that because like we started calling my dad Pops, and he was very hesitant at first. He was like, "No, that's an old name." He's like, "I'm not old," but it ended up sticking, and that's what everybody knew him as.
that's what my dad has saved in my phone. It doesn't say his name, nothing. It just says Pops.
Yep.
Mine too, man. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
Pops. Hell yeah. Shout
Yeah,
out.
that's awesome.
Are we doing a commercial break? Because I got to pee. If we're not doing a commercial break, I'm
We
gonna
can.
step out.
Yeah. Where's that
Okay.
commercial? We got it right here.
There it is. Ready?
I got
One,
it ready.
2, 3, go.
Commercial break.
Yeah, not off.
Well,
we didn't
you
have
know
a
what?
chance
Yeah,
to.
I'm glad.
Well,
no,
you know
it's
what?
okay.
If
I'm
we all
glad
got a
Tony
minute-
got to pick on me real quick.
No,
We
it's no,
kinda
it
beat
is.
him up.
No,
Nah,
We
it's
kinda
Grub
beat him up
picked
last
on you.
weekend.
Hey,
It's
Grub
a big
picked
old
on
beat
you.
up
I
on
didn't
him
do
last.
shit.
You knew
He could have
exactly
picked me
what that was.
last, and I would have been that
Tony,
guy. But
Tony,
he didn't.
No, Tony, you knew exactly where that was headed.
But once
No,
you
that
went,
was
come
a
on.
loaded-
This is bull. This is
That was-
erroneous.
Look at that
Erroneous.
smile on your face. It gives you away.
Because I'm laughing at how silly
No.
you are.
No,
I'm laughing at how
sir.
silly.
Sir. Hey, Grubs, you need to find that Nutri-Rat that beat you up that one time and get him to tug on the bottom of it while you're wearing it naked like the copper.
no, my dog ate him already. No, Gizmo wasn't having that shit. I moved his up on the back porch. That shit ain't happening no more.
No more, he says. No
That's
more.
right, brother.
No.
Right, my man. Have you ever seen Ramsey's scrambled eggs? Like the
Nope.
perfect scrambled eggs?
Yeah.
It's like a soup looking.
Oh, hell to the no.
Yeah, like, but you also look who's the educator. I mean,
That's what I was going to say. You took it before I could see it.
yeah. I mean,
Well, you guys don't like Ramsey?
I don't think he's as good as he makes himself out to be.
I
not
mean,
saying-
anybody
is
can
it
holler
him?
at me.
I'm not
it
saying
him?
he's
What's
bad.
up, dudes and dudettes? Have you heard? MST Sauce Company has the new Dipped in Gold. MST is out of Tiffin, Ohio, home of the Tiffin University Dragons, and this is a collaboration with them. That's why it's the Golden Glaze Sauce. As you can see, I've already dipped into this stuff. Absolutely freaking phenomenal. It's got a little spice. It's a perfect glaze for some wings. Nice little topper for some fried chicken, some fried pork, or just really good on a salad. Look at the consistency in that there. Definitely dude approved. Go check them out at mstsaucecompany.com. Thanks for them for being a part of the Dude Network family. Back to the show.
Just that quick.
Well, yeah, when you get toward the end of the night, then peas get a little bit longer. Commercial break gets shorter.
Well, I'm old, so it takes me a minute. So,
What, to go pee?
yeah, absolutely, sir.
You'll get there one day, bud. Don't worry.
Chauncey's like 1 year older than me.
It doesn't matter, bro. I put my body through a lot of stress.
Oh, here we fucking go.
Hey, like you said, it ain't about the dog and the fight. It's about the fight and the dog. It's the same thing it ain't about the years in your life. It's
I'm
about
not even
life
going to
in
get
your
into a
years.
pissing contest of who did more drugs and alcohol because we'll both be looking like idiots. So you win.
Whoa.
You're like, I put my body through way worse.
Whoa, dude. I didn't say anything about drugs or alcohol. I just
I meant partying. Like partying. I thought I meant partying.
I did that. I also
Well, yeah,
beat
so
the
drugs
shit
and
out of
alcohol.
myself.
I'm sorry. I should have just said partying, not drugs.
I also beat the shit
should
out of
have put
myself.
alcohol before
Skateboarding, rollerblading, BMXing. I was a 90s kid, bro. We tore the shit out of
I was talking about
ourselves.
myself, by the way. But I love the
Oh, no, I definitely did drugs and alcohol way too much as a youngster.
Yeah.
I'm not going to let you. No.
Tried to get him off of it, Damon.
No. I'm not. No, you didn't say anything wrong. I'm
know.
not saying that. Not at all.
I love the honesty.
No, ain't no shame in my game.
And no
bro.
shame in our past game.
Right,
No shame in the past.
It's made me who I am. You know, like, yeah, there were some not great things that happened for sure.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of really, dude, I got stories for days of really cool shit that did happen.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
God,
here's
yeah,
the
really cool shit that happened.
Everyone
we dove
talks
into that
about
one
the
time.
bad, but let's talk about how sometimes there's some good.
Bro, the craziest thing, like, I miss it. I still miss it sometimes. Like that fast pace, doing whatever you want, hustle, bustle. Go to this concert, like, do this, go to this city, like wherever, out of state. Let's go.
I remember just
that's not a sustainable lifestyle. That's the problem.
No, it's not. I mean, basically, you live life once, and we went through our phase, and it was a fun phase. But know what's funny though is like when you're into the party scene, and if you're responsible about it, you're going to see some shit that you'll never forget. That will always make you die over laughing.
Like, dude, like you hear us talk about all these emo bands and stuff. I met like most of them back then. Like, because we would just show up and we'd be having such a good time already before the show. We'd see them like walking out, or see their van or tour bus or whatever. And we just walk up to them and start talking to them.
Hell yeah.
Like, and we played in bands. Like, we got in on guest passes for bands for Warped Tour one year. Like,
I remember that was
what it is, dude. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying, like, I got the sick ass life.
I remember the ultimate punk thing to do at Warped Tour was sneak in with the bands acting like their stage crews, so you could hang out. Like the true punks,
bro. There was
the true punks figured it out. The true punks figured it out. If you didn't figure it out, you're a fucking poser because you weren't able to risk it for the biscuit.
But we actually got in with the band,
biscuit.
so
Yeah.
you know.
Risk it for the biscuit.
You got to risk it for that biscuit. I need to get better. I need to get.
It's all for the nookie.
Speaking of,
hey,
fun fact, dude.
You can take that cookie.
I remember exactly everything about my life at the moment that video aired for the very first time.
That was when I was first allowed to, or when we first, and I was like, when I say allowed, when I was home alone where I could watch TRL and MTV without like someone getting on my
TRL, oh my
with
Lord.
Carson Daly, bro.
I know, but I haven't even heard that in so long.
I know. I would get home at like 3:15 from school, and TRL was from 3 to 4. So I would always miss like songs 10, 9, and 8, which sometimes sucked because on MTV, that was where the rock music was 10, 9, and 8. Rock music was never top 5 on TRL. It was Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, Usher, all that shit.
Bro, hey,
but if you wanted to listen to Alien Ant Farm Smooth Criminal, you had to be 10, 9, or 8 to catch that song, that music video. Yeah. So that was when they played the full music video.
So can we talk about how, like, if you had little sisters or whatever that liked the Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, Britney Spears, whatever, growing up, you always tease them about it. But
I like that shit, dude.
But yeah, how those are absolute bangers when you hear them now, you're like singing every word.
Yeah,
Hit me, baby. One
more
time.
Any dude that talked mad shit on them bands was secretly loving that shit. I must confess
that my loneliness is
my mom had Backstreet Boys on cassette.
Oh, and bro, Backstreet's Back All Right is a banger. I don't care what you say.
Well, and here's the thing, like, that was all Mom listened to. When Mom's driving, it was her music. It was, and when she had Backstreet Boys cassette, and it was in the cassette player, like, when you're riding with your mom and she runs the roast, what else are you going to do? Just sit there and, like, we didn't have portables. This is before portable CD players were in everybody's hands.
True.
Right. You know, so you literally had to listen to it, and like after like the 30th time listening to it, like you learned there was 5 or 6 songs that flew a little bit that had a little more fluidity to them than
listen, not
you kind of like, man, I kind of like that. Like you're like, oh, thank God this song's on, not that other stupid shit that's on this.
So
you find favorite Backstreet Boys songs.
I had a moment when you were talking about that because you said 2 things: cassette and cassette player. I'm combining as one, and then a portable CD player. There are people who will hear this show that have no fucking clue what either one of those are, and that blows my mind.
G, you got the CD player with the anti-shock.
Bingo! Yeah, that's what I was gonna bring up. My man Tony Lane.
He had to have all 3 triangles going. You know, if you tapped it, it would go down to 1, and you had to slow it down and let it get back to 3. If you got up to 3, that was good for 1 bump. If you had double bump on the school bus, that shit was skipping and fucking scratching it. Yeah, you had to be real.
It was rough skateboarding with them, man. You bought the best anti-shock you could afford.
Man, I just realized something on CDs. I want to give my sister a shout out right now. 1 year for Christmas, she got me. Like, and I didn't even really know I was into like rock like that, but she got me Red Hot Chili Peppers Californication as one of my first CDs for Christmas. And my sister is 5 years younger than me. So she bought me that CD with my mom. She told my mom to get me that CD when she was like 11.
So
my sister,
CD.
Hold on,
OG Alicia, you're the shit. Thank you,
dude. Hold on, the crazy Damon. Listen to what he just said. His first CD was Californication.
Not my first CD. It wasn't my first CD. It was one of my first CDs.
My first CD was Dookie by Green Day. Look up when that came out.
I remember Dookie. Yeah, I didn't. That was like one of the first CDs that came out.
Jeez, man.
You're right.
I remember that. Like, I remember like if you could get it, but if you got the CD of Green Day, you were cool as shit. Which is so anti-punk, which is what Green Day was trying to go for. If you wanted that, you had to have the nice equipment.
Fuck Green Day. I'll say it right here.
Yeah, I'll say that. too.
I
will
went to When We Were
100%
Young
say that.
festival. We stayed for the whole thing. The last band performing was Green Day, and we fucking left. No way. I ain't into.
I
They-
was never.
they
I never
started
really,
out-
I didn't
no,
really like their stuff. I didn't.
But they
I never
started
really
out
got into it.
good, and they turned into a political fucking
No, well,
bullshit
I just
machine.
never-
Fuck that.
It had
That's
nothing to do with the words.
exactly opposite of punk.
I just
Yep.
didn't like the flow.
Yep,
Was
yep.
the flow was not a punk flow,
And they became the exact opposite of punk.
and they were like
bro,
a West Coast punk. You know, they had
bro,
no West.
they're
Coast
from
about their-
Oakland.
Yeah, they had no West Coast about them at all, dude. Unless
They were
the
like from the
early
ghetto
shit.
of Oakland, and they're like now fucking. They're like privileged ass. Whatever. Get out of here with that
I
shit,
have a
man.
confession.
Give me
I
some
have some-
Pennywise.
I-
Give me some Anti-Flag. Give me some Bad Religion.
Oh,
Real
no, you-
punks.
Okay, yeah. You know who I never liked in that era? Gwen Stefani. Don't like her. I don't think she's pretty. I don't like her.
See, the thing about Gwen Stefani
Itty bitty titty committee. Don't
is
like her.
everything went downhill for her.
Man, she looked crazy. You look in her eyes. You look like she's
Nah.
gonna fucking stab you with a
No
knife.
doubt was sick back in the
It
day.
was.
No doubt was
It
tight.
was.
Everything after that, that's for shits for
Yeah.
the birds,
It was.
bud.
It was.
I don't like any of it.
You don't like No Doubt?
I don't like No Doubt. I told you I don't like it.
dude,
I
man.
don't like it.
Spiderwebs
did-
is a good song.
Yeah.
That's what
Spider-
made me think I hate it.
Exactly.
Like so,
See,
like,
Damon.
you were told like okay in elementary you were told to like Green. If you didn't like Green Day and you didn't like No Doubt, you didn't like punk. Like in my little tiny
Never
ass,
once
I know,
considered
but you have to understand,
No
John,
Doubt a punk
I'm a
band.
country. You know where I
Yeah,
grew
yeah,
up at.
yeah.
And
Oh,
our,
H.
like Green Day and No Doubt was like the first two punk bands that made it into our like earwaves. And I'm like,
oh man,
Ugh.
that's
and
unfortunate.
I was like, man, I'm gonna stick to my Garth Brooks and Brooks and Dunn, and it kept me in country.
See-
It was so
see-
bad it kept me in country for a couple more years.
See, we already had We already listened to Pennywise, Bad Religion,
Yeah, see now if
like
I would have
all
got
these,
introduced to
all
that
these
instead,
absolutely epic,
different story.
absolutely epic fucking guys in the punk scene. Long before that shit happened.
Speaking of, I think my boy is going to be a Bad Religion fan. Johnsy saw the video the other day.
Yes,
Yeah, we were
it
playing.
was like it was worthy of a single tear of absolute pure joy.
While
Yeah.
Wally was
Johnsy.
wearing his backwards Glock hat, which is my like, his head's big enough where he can fit in the stuff that's like the Velcro. It's like the low profile hats that don't fit me.
Yeah.
Like they're a little big on him, but they fit enough where he can pull it off.
There you
And
go.
like his favorite hat is this Glock hat. So
Yes.
we were going into town the other day, listening to Bad Religion with him jamming out, saying, "Dad, I love this song," while he's wearing it, like listening to Bad Religion wearing his Glock hat. So I felt
Heck yeah.
like, as much as,
Sir, if no one has
yeah, I
told
felt
you
like
yet,
I was just doing all right.
if no one has told you yet, you're a fucking great dad.
Thanks,
America.
man.
America.
Thanks. Yeah, that
At
is
least,
right.
dude,
America. But I
Look,
swear to
bro,
God, we listen to a lot of my music, but that Bad Religion song, and he literally goes, "Dad, this is one of my favorites. I love this song."
what song? Do you remember
When
what
he says
song it
it's one of
was?
my favorites, that he's just saying I really like it, but yeah, he'll act like he's done it his whole life. It's false.
Do you remember which one it was?
Society, it's something. Dun, 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 dun. Social suicide.
Yeah, that's it. That's what
It
I
was,
was trying to get
social
at, yeah.
suicide. He was jamming out to. Hell yeah, he
So-
loved it. He
so
he
can I-
didn't know a
can I-
damn word of it. First time he ever heard it, and he was just like, "Hell
Can
yeah!"
I ask
love
you
it.
what your favorite Bad Religion song is?
Social suicide's up. I know so many other songs that I don't know the names to, so I'm not gonna. It's not
So I have a
okay.
plethora.
Okay, I'll just say the basic one. I'll say two because Bad Religion's hard to do one.
I got you. Yeah, I always take
American
two. I'll
Jesus
allow
and 21st Century Digital Boy.
it. Ooh, I'm really, really happy with the 21st Century Digital Boy. That's a good
American
one.
Jesus, it was their
It is.
mainstream song.
So
It got-
my
here's what I love about that song got me into punk in general. So that American Jesus song,
okay,
like that intro, that like
yeah.
that made me like I was like, man, punk's awesome. And then them and Anti-Flag got me into the whole punk scene. So American
Oh,
Jesus has a little bit of a
dude,
special
man.
extra. It's got a little extra special in my heart.
Right, I hear you. So my favorite song, all time, like number one, like if I could only listen to one more Bad Religion song, it would be "I Want to Conquer the World."
That's a good one.
Dude, the
Give
solo
me
that
all
dude
this,
rips in it.
the brand new religion, naming up the hypocrisy. Yeah.
Hey, brother Christian, with your high and mighty Aaron, your action speaks a lot. I can't hear what you're saying. Hey, sister diplomat with your worldly aspirations. Dude,
It's hard to believe that dude's like a professor of economics at an Ivy League
at
school.
Cornell.
Yeah. Did you know that, Damon?
No, I know
The lead
singer.
singer of
nothing
Bad
what you're talking
Religion
about.
is an Ivy League economics
Yeah,
professor.
yeah, I never
So what
followed him.
the best part, and so I know all that, right? And the last Warped Tour I went to, we were trying. Me and my brother-in-law went, and he's taller, little more stout than I am, and we were like, bro, this is probably going to be one of our last Warped Tours. Like, let's get in the moshes, like you and me back to back. Like, let's have a good time. Like, not like ain't no Lamb of God, Death Wall. Like, let's just go out there and rough some, like, get hit,
Right.
hit people, have a good time.
Yeah.
So obviously we were gonna watch Anti-Flag. So we go out, watch Anti-Flag. We try and like
And they
amp
do
it
the
up a
big
little
circle. Their thing is the circle.
bit. But they're really it was in their whole era of Free Iran and all that.
Yeah. Well,
And
they've always been pacifists.
no, and I know, yeah, absolutely. Don't get me wrong.
Which is why I love that they always did like mosh pits. I'm like, it doesn't make any sense.
I don't disagree with most of the shit they say. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no.
But
They're
then
band.
we were like, you know, we just stopped, had a good time, listening, because Anti-Flag's fucking awesome. If you don't listen to him, you suck. But then Bad Religion came up, and we just happened to see him on the year they were celebrating 30 years of punk rock, and that Cornell Ivy League university professor walked out on stage, and they ripped it off with "I Want to Conquer the World" with that solo. And the right before the guitar started ripping in, he's all, we're celebrating 30 years of punk rock. Most of you weren't even fucking alive when our albums first came out. We don't give a shit if you beat each other up. We're here to have a good time. And dude, me and my brother-in-law were like, take me to the promised land.
You are at the promised land.
Yeah.
Damon, you got a nice stick there. Is that from a certain drummer?
Oh no, this was a baseball bat. I was scratching my. Oh, but
I thought it was a drumstick.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's got a legit ass drumstick, bro.
I have one.
That's straight from Slipknot right there.
Nice.
But
from the true guy, the original drummer, Joey.
Okay, I got one drumstick.
That fucking matters. That
I
matters.
got one drumstick, and it was at the House of Blues, and it was the drummer of Story of the Year. I was front row. I was hitting him with the shocker the whole show.
Yeah.
And they saved the last drumstick, and I remember they made a big scene of it. He's like, I got one left. And he was like, and it was just like no mic. It was just his raw voice. He's like, nah. There's only one dude that gets this one. And he pointed at me, and he goes, this is for you. And he gave me the last
because he was hoping to get you
the last handout.
So you could give him the shot.
And he gave it to me, and he goes, dude, you were fucking awesome. Because he goes, like, basically, like, you were hilarious. Because the whole time I was just like, shocker! Because I was, like, hammered. I was so drunk, dude. And, yeah, so Story of the Year gave me their last... And this was, like, when Anthem of the Dying Day...
Mm-hmm.
Hey, so when they started out, did they do the
huge? Like, they're big. They were the main card that night.
When you saw them, did they do the fire on the drumsticks and hit the cymbals?
Dude, sickest move ever. They climbed up to the second row of the speakers.
Oh, Bert, dude.
They did a back.
Bert from the Used did that from the tower speakers at Warped
It was
Tour.
one of their songs that, like, the beat, like, the riffs dropped, like, 10 seconds into it. They climbed up to, like, the second row. He jumped, did a backflip, and as he landed, a stagehand threw him his guitar. He threw it on as he landed, like all in one motion, jumped and threw it over his shoulder. And when he landed, he caught it on the swivel on, they do the trick over the shoulder. And when he landed and strummed, the lights went on, the show started, and like the song started, and it all started with him jumping on a backflip off the second row of the tall speakers, catching it. It was like the most acrobatic shit of all time.
So
and the guy did all of it just to have a good opening second song. And I was like, this fucking show's awesome.
Dude, so they did one show where it started out where the lights were all low and all you heard was the bass drum. And all you could see was two spinning drumsticks that were on fire.
That's awesome.
And then when the song, like they all strummed and shit, and fucking he hit his cymbals and it ignited these ropes. Like the cymbal splashed with flames, ignited the ropes, went down and lit his legs on fire.
Someone did one of their songs.
It was so badass.
One of the
That's
songs,
crazy.
One of the shows at House of Blues, Myrtle Beach.
They were wild, dude.
I think it was, it was it was like the Victory Records, like same genre as like Hawthorne Heights and all that. And they put a bunch of like baking powder on the drums. And at the very end, or like baby powder, and they were like playing the song, there was just shit shooting up everywhere. And I was like, that was the first time I seen that. I mean,
it's so, dude, live shows, there's nothing like live shows, bro.
I just hate going. I just hate being at live shows, but I love it.
Well, so here's the deal. That's why, as an old man, pro tip here, Damon, correct me if I'm wrong. You do a lot of shows.
Mm-hmm.
You go to sit down shows or you buy VIP passes so that you can get easy access to things and easy access out of things. That's the only way to do it. Trust me, I went to a festival concert when we were young, like an old school Warped Tour, and bruh.
Yeah, you pay the extra money to get the comfort and then get in and out.
And I still was like, holy shit, I don't know if I'm built for this anymore.
I feel like we're in Damon's wheelhouse right now. I want to pick his brain a little bit. Okay. So, do you have like the greatest show you've ever been to? You've been to so many. Is there one that was just like you walk away and to this day you're like, fucking craziest night I've ever seen in my life?
I got two.
Yep.
I have two.
I'm asking Damon.
I know.
Here he goes. Here he goes answering for me again.
Hey, what Damon? Hey, John C. What show did Damon like?
Nope.
No, if I had to choose, and I'm like John Z, I would say two, and it all goes back to the House of Blues in Myrtle Beach.
I love that place.
And the number one show was where I got that drumstick from.
Slipknot,
was
for
a
sure.
Slipknot show.
I could have answered that one.
That's crazy. Slipknot came there.
Small venue.
That much energy.
So intense.
Oh my god, dude.
And it goes back to the second best show, which I've been to a lot, but would have been the very first show per se was Stone Sour, which was Corey, the lead singer for Slipknot.
Corey Davis.
I know.
I just wasn't really into Stone Sour.
So he did both shows. He did Slipknot and Stone Sour on one.
No, not the same night. It was two different.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
that's nuts.
No, it was two different ones. But so it was just that was like the two that really stick out to me.
Hell yeah!
But I mean, I've seen Ozzy and stuff like that.
Slipknot in the House of Blues.
Oh yeah.
I tell you, Stained was Aaron Lewis, and Stained was probably like the cleanest performance I saw at House of Blues Myrtle. Because like he would give his band a break, Aaron Lewis, and he didn't leave the stage.
Right.
He would like play acoustic sets while his band got a break in between their sets. They would play like 6 songs, and he would sit out front, and he would just play acoustic with the spotlight on, give his band mates a break so they could just keep that energy full. They'd come back nuked up, ready to roll, dude. That was a good show.
That's sick.
Yeah, for sure.
But no, okay, so Slipknot and Corey Davis. Okay, Damon. What tips would you give to somebody that hasn't bought a concert ticket in a long time? And they're going to a big – I'm not talking like going down to the Florence Civic Center. I'm talking like they're going to like a show. What recommendations would you give them? Would you prefer the seats, the lawn? I know it's a preference thing, but educate the people on the current status of big concerts.
I mean, I would pay the extra money. I would pay the extra money and get the comfort, get the seats.
Right. But the lawn's not bad.
The lawn's
It's
not
fine.
bad. It's not.
I saw
'Cause, I
Journey
mean,
on the
so much
lawn, and
sound
it
and-
was
The sound does carry to the lawn.
oh,
area.
you hear it
and
just
everybody
fine.
has jumbotrons these days. So you can
Right.
watch the
Yeah.
Jumbotron.
So I mean, and
they're
at the
flying.
same time, a lot of the places either you can rent a seat like a lawn chair,
Right.
or
Or they'll let you bring your own.
or so I was gonna say
Yeah.
some places let you bring your own. So I mean, you know, if you're on a budget and you still want to see a great show, I mean,
Oh, shit.
regardless if you're 10 foot from the stage or 100 foot from the
Right.
stage,
Right.
you're still at the same show.
Dude, like, so,
Right.
and that 100%. Like, I've seen Saves the Day a bunch of times, right? And I've been up front. They're one of my favorite bands from that punk emo era back in the day.
Mhm.
I've also like paid the money and sat on the balcony seats at this like orchestra choir place to hear them really well and just enjoy it.
Right.
And it's about what you want to do. What do you want to experience? Do you want to experience the, like, don't get me wrong, up front's fucking awesome,
Absolutely.
but that is a young man's game. It's hot, sweaty. You move when you don't want to move. Certain
Facts.
shows at certain songs, if you put your hands up, that's it. You ain't taking them down for a couple
Facts.
songs. Like
Facts.
I have been at shows where me and a couple people around me have just crowd surfed, not because we want to crowd surf, just because we want to get the fuck out of the area we're at.
That's how, I mean, that's how crowd surfing, I think it's how it was really invented. Like, get me out of here. Like, okay.
Right.
Because, like, back when, like, if
Bro.
you're in the crowd, if anybody's surfing, you're throwing them so far in front of you, get the fuck out of here. I want
Yep.
the space. Like,
Yeah, because that's just like that Slipknot show. We knew it was going to be brutal. We knew
Oh.
it was going to be intense. Because I mean, we was going to be in the pit. We actually, me and the
that's a
buddy that
small
went,
pit.
yeah,
That's
me
a
and
small pit in Myrtle for a Slipknot.
Right.
and
rough
me and my
pit.
buddy
That's a
that
rough
went,
pit.
we actually went and bought like football mouthpieces
Yep.
and molded them to to fit us to wear during
So
the
you
show.
were in there throwing bows. Is what
Oh
you
yeah, we was in it,
Bro,
Oh, yeah, we
when
were
you
in
get
it.
into a mosh pit, you
Damon,
get
are
down.
you still moshing on that level?
No, hell no, I'm too old for that.
Oh yeah, way
Hell
too
no.
old, bro.
Man,
Because
I
it's
was about
exactly
to-
what Johnsy
we were
said.
about to have like a timeout moment. Like, whoa.
No, because it was
whoa.
exactly like Johnsy said. That whole show, it was like either your hands were down or your hands were up. If your hands ever got up, you're not getting them back down. You're that way for another hour and a half.
Dude, I went to
can't
a
do it.
concert.
Nope.
I went
That
to a
sounds-
concert
nope, that
and
does not sound fun at all.
and a friend really wanted to see one of the bands. So I was like, let's go. Got him. We got all the way up front. We were like, there was like two people in front of us, right up at the front of the stage.
Yeah.
And they played, let's say they played like 10 songs. By song 6, she was like, get me out. We couldn't breathe.
Right.
It gets so hot.
It gets
like
hot.
you just gotta understand like what it is. It's and I did it again.
When you get like
I was
3
like,
inches
I
of,
was like
breath,
from the
like,
from
take
the fence where they would allow people to get up to. I was only like 4 people back for Blink 182
Mhm.
in Vegas, and
Okay.
which was great because I had never seen them.
Right.
It was one of those shows I never made it to, and bro, that was pretty magical because it was all of them original. Travis, Tom,
Hell yeah.
Mark, yeah.
Yep.
But I don't care what anybody says. I'm circling back. My 2 favorite shows were one when I finally got to see Korn because that was like a 20-something year concert in the making. But my favorite show ever, when I saw that band Saves the Day, that show that I talked about sitting in the balcony,
Mhm.
we ended up walking into them like before the show, before we got in line and all that. And I go, are you going to play Selma Close Them Off to Heaven? My favorite song by them. And they're like, no, I don't know. I don't think that's one's in the lineup. In the fucking encore, they fucking played it and said, someone asked us about this song, so we wanted to play it.
Hell
That'll
yeah.
make that show a favorite.
That's right.
there.
That's top
Bro,
man.
it was hearing my favorite song, like literally probably my favorite song of all time still. It was like, that was like, that's what I'm saying. Like during that era, there was a lot of nonsense, but there was some magical ass times, dude.
Right,
Mhm.
right. I forgot one I did. I've been to one big show with Alyssa when we were dating, and she was still very sheltered and had a very bad experience. She smelled weed in the air, and she like started trembling.
Oh
Like, she
shoot.
was so scared. Like she was just not about the outdoor arena lifestyle.
Shit,
She was a
you better not go to the arena lifestyle now either,
yeah,
or indoor at all.
yeah. But well, I think we're good now. But
Yeah.
at the time, she was
Right.
still like 21 and right out of like mama's like bedroom. Yeah, we went and saw Chris Stapleton and Hank Jr.
Okay.
And Hank Jr. There's two Hank Jr. shows. Drunk and sloppy Hank Jr. shows and
Yep.
sober and fucking awesome.
Yep.
We got sober and fucking awesome.
Hell
And
yeah.
Chris Stapleton was the after of the no. Yeah, Chris Stapleton was they co-headline. I forget which one was what. But Chris Stapleton sounded in person exactly like it sounds on the radio.
I've heard
Just
that.
like Aaron Lewis Sustained, and that made it a great show. Because I was
Yeah,
like,
I've heard
man,
that.
this guy is real. But yeah. So that was probably
Okay,
the most
hey.
recent one.
What's your guys' very first concerts ever? I'll start with mine.
I'll tell you
ZZ
mine. It's
ZZ
really
Top. I was 11, and we went to Arco Arena. My uncle took me where the Kings used to play, and there was definitely some of that wacky tobacco being smoked, and that was inside an NBA arena.
So what's funny is, John Z, and you'll appreciate probably why I don't really. You'll understand why I don't really appreciate it as much as I did. My first concert of all time was Warped Tour, dude. With
No
Rancid.
way.
So
Dude,
I had never
that's
been
actually, dude.
to Rancid,
What a way to
Pennywise,
be
Me First and the Gimme
introduced to
Gimmes, Less
concerts,
Than
though.
Jake,
Yeah,
like
bro,
the
Less
Ataris,
Than Jake, the
and like
Ataris.
Slick Shoes, like all the
You
all the
actually
guys.
know who Slick Shoes are?
Yeah, watch them play. They're awesome.
Most people don't even know who they are anymore.
Yeah.
And fun fact, the Ataris
but
are the
so, like,
entire
the fact
reason
that,
why I
like,
learned to play the guitar.
That should have been the best concert of my life that day. But the whole day I was just taking in a concert. And it wasn't even really like the bar was set like up here that I wish I could say I went to some like, hey, I saw like White Snake. Like, at a dive bar that came into town to the biker bar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like something, but like, man, my first concert was probably the craziest one I ever got to go to, and I can't even appreciate it because I was just so freaked out about being around that many people all day.
Oh, I get that.
Like, I remember that Pennywise was the best performer of the day,
so
but that was
sick.
also shit. Dropkick Murphys and Flogging Molly were also on that line.
Flogging Molly's incredible.
I saw Dropkick Murphys and Flogging Molly on the same day, back to back.
Let me
you know
ask
how
you
rare that
this.
is to see both of them at the same time. And I don't even remember it. I don't even remember it. Barely remember it.
Let me ask you this.
Sad.
When Pennywise played, did they pull people on stage for Broham out of the crowd?
I couldn't even tell you, dude.
Dude, so they did that a lot.
I know they did for Me First and the Gimme Gimmes. They brought their bar mitzvah on the bar, and they brought up a bunch of underage. And they brought up only kids that were underage. If they were over 21, they got sent back to the crowd. And if you were under 20, if you were 18, 21, you got to hang up. And during one of their songs, you got to drink whatever you wanted from bar mitzvah. And it was, I remember that, but I don't remember. So I remember Less Than Jake calling us impatient fucking Pennywise fans because we were all booing him to get him off the stage because we were ready to watch Pennywise.
Oh, yeah. Less Than Jake's fucking awesome. I love them.
He said, we're gonna play one last song to the impatient Pennywise fans. And he looked over on our side because it was like the dual stage. but everybody on his side was also there for Pennywise, so they all started cheering for him too. And that
Damn.
song lasted about 2 minutes because he knew.
Poor
So
fool.
There was no,
Pennywise,
poor fucker. Yeah,
and the few times I saw him at the Frisco Warp Tours, they would pull people out of the crowd, like a bunch, like 30, 40 people to sing Broham with them.
yeah. Canton Corval's Nichols, this one's for you, man.
Whoa!
Yeah, I listened. That came on the other day with Wally in the car, and I was not mad about it.
Dude, that's a legit song right there.
Now, do you know Broham,
Bro,
Damon?
so-
I know you're not
Nah.
into the country. Like, oh, you don't know Broham? Okay.
I
So-
was not really into that hardcore.
So
punk
Damon,
scene.
also,
Like the
if
one
you listen
song that
to a
kinda
couple
leads
songs,
out of the punk and into like a lot of other genres and circles and stuff. So I was just curious.
and
Yeah,
I know
'cause-
you're not a big punk guy, but if you listen to a handful of Pennywise songs and most of Bad Religion songs,
Oh, I'm
just
sure
talking
I-
about the content we share
Yeah.
back and forth, you'll and
Yeah,
these
I'm
guys
sure. I'm sure I would like it. I just like I
was
said, I've
singing
never
about
really listened
this long before
What were you
people
saying,
were
Damon?
talking about it.
to it. That's what I say. I'm sure if I listen to it, I probably like it. But like I said, I've never listened to them. So,
Yeah,
because my deal was the heavier the scream, the better it was.
I love me some screamo, dude. Oh my
So-
god,
see,
dude.
I don't.
What?
So, because I mean,
like
you go
I-
back
I
to like
can
the
handle
metalcore and
screaming.
stuff like that.
If there's a harmonic hook.
Well, that's your metalcore bands.
So
Yeah,
when
like Atreyu, I love
Yep, that's your
Atreyu.
metalcore band.
Yeah,
Love
love Atreyu. But like for me, like when I like have had it and just want to chill and like almost meditate, I listen to As I Lay Dying,
Mhm.
and that's nothing but screaming,
That's right.
nothing but.
That
Dude,
rotates
dude,
all day during work.
In Flames from Sweden or Norway. In
Sweden.
Flames,
Yep.
yeah, Sweden, dude. Their song "Reroute to Remain." Oh my
Mhm.
god, bro!
Yeah,
And
I
he
like-
basically just screams the whole time. But there's like, dude, see, real good metal like that was screaming, like as an emo fan, indie fan like that, like it fits right along. It's the same melodies, like these sick guitar parts, really melodic,
Mhm.
emotional music, but just with these guys, and it's
Yeah.
oh.
I'm gonna come out and say something. I don't really like Alex Terrible as his music. I appreciate his talent.
Yeah.
That's a special,
But
yeah. That's a different kind
I'm
of
not
metal.
paying
right there.
$5 to go watch that.
That's
That's
I get that. I
that
get
almost
That's-
that almost goes down to the death metal side.
right. That's what I was gonna
Well,
say.
that's
Right,
not even-
right.
I mean, at the end of the day, man, he's just like I can't understand a fucking word he's saying.
Which is why, like most, like I say, I like metal and all these different
Like,
screamo.
I'm not-
I can't stand
yeah.
Cannibal Corpse.
At that
And
point, I'd
Guar
rather
and
just
stuff
listen
like
to like
that,
some heavy
'cause it's
metal
like,
guitar riffs.
I'm not into that.
I'm not
I'm
into
not into
it,
the-
man.
Right,
I don't
the
want to.
grunt- the
I don't
grunt.
want to be growled
No.
at while I'm listening to music.
Right.
It's my happy time. I don't want somebody growling at me. Like, because Alex is terrible. Like, his whole thing is just super low. It's so low you don't even know what he's saying. He's like ba 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 ba, and everyone's like,
Well, I guess-
"Ah!" And
I
I'm
guess
like,
I'll-
what the fuck did he say? I want a bottle. I'm a
I
baby,
guess
need a
I'll
bottle.
cancel.
was
I
like,
guess I'll
what are we doing?
cancel.
Yeah, I was gonna say we had him on
Friday.
next Friday. Way to go!
Dude, Alex is terrible.
Yeah.
I'd have questions.
And
I'd
the
be
dude wrestles bears,
I'd
so
be
you can
like-
fuck off.
You,
Like that's
I just be like,
we can all fuck off.
I would just come and be like, you
Yeah.
know what? I sure hope that little pet bear of yours don't get a wild hair up its ass one day.
Although I will say this, I watched a documentary one time, upstate New York. There's a man and wife that have a. It's just their little farm that they have, and they have bears. And there's this one bear they have that's like 1,400 pounds, like one of the
Jeez.
biggest bears I've ever seen anywhere, ever online, ever.
Shoot.
And when that guy comes, she takes care of them all day. It's like a bear rescue, right? They have like eight or 9, 10 bears, something like that.
Let me
She
guess,
take-
they're white. I bet
No,
they're white.
Yeah, she takes care of
Yeah.
him all day, right? When that guy comes home from work, that 1,400-pound grizzly comes running across their, whatever pen, pasture, whatever you call it, fur bear, and stands up on hind legs and hugs that guy. I want that life so bad. From a child, that's been one of my ultimate dream pets ever.
I guess, man, but one day that thing's gonna snap.
No,
Nah,
dude, they
it's
don't.
when?
They don't, though. They don't.
Bears?
No, not the ones that have been raised like that. There's never. He
Never?
says the only thing I'm ever
He
worried
goes
about.
with such direct terms instead of like hardly ever.
He said
Never.
he says the only thing that I'm ever worried about is getting caught in between them because they get jealous like dogs do. So they'll like snap at each other right in front of his face while he's sitting in between them. And if you get caught in that, yeah, you're screwed.
Right.
Or if that bear's, you're cuddling with that bear or whatever, and he rolls on top of you, weighing 1,400 pounds,
That's a big bear.
that's at least an ER trip. At least.
Yeah, that's
That reminds me of a funny petting zoo story with the kids.
that's a Chevrolet Silverado laying on
But
top of it.
I want that so bad, dude. Like just to have a fucking
He
grizzly
ain't no
as your
Ranger,
homie.
It's a Ford fucking Ranger.
Oh, I'm gonna be that one because I'm just not sure, folks. Look, it's the after party. Tony's been sipping Eagle Rare this whole show.
If you know, you know. Damon, do you get the reference?
No, I get the
Oh,
reference.
I know
Oh,
it.
I get the fucking.
Yeah. You're talking about a Silverado, and I'm like, nah, it's a Ford fucking Ranger.
We all got it. We all got it. We hit B. We hit B.
I'm still fucking laughing on the inside.
10-4. You do you, boo. You do you.
So petting zoo story. We went and took the kids out, and there was this cow, and it was like a Brahma bull. It like it was like a big old but it was like a little one. It was like an adolescent, like a teenager.
A big
it was
old
like
Brahma bull, but a little one.
Yeah. It was going to be. It had the big old
Big
knobs
little,
on
big
its back. It was like somewhere in this range. Right?
It was a big one. It had a little hump.
Yeah.
It was big, but it had a little hump.
Big
on it.
dick, little hump. You know what I mean? So there was like this chicken that was like laying underneath it, and I remember like all the animal, like the animal was like, "Oh, you're going to pet me," and it started like rolling back. Like this cow was like, this bull was like, "Oh, pet my belly," and it fucking rolled back. I remember there was like this duck that got pinned underneath the lower back on the backside. When it rolled backwards, the duck's eyes would start to like portray out of its head. And finally and I was like, all right, kids, like back up. It's going to kill this duck. And all the kids were like, okay. There's like 10 more little kids came running up like, oh my God, we can pet this bull. And I'm like, no.
What kind of happy story is this?
It's not happy. The duck died. It ended up rolling over and smashing the thing in front of God and everybody. And I had to explain to everybody how I was just taking a nap.
Jeez, man.
And that's how the duck died.
Jeez.
I don't even know.
I don't even
Damon?
know what to say. I don't know.
Yeah,
what to
Damon.
say.
I was gonna say, Damon, I need some help. I don't know where to go from
Hey,
here.
I don't even know where to
boys.
go.
Don't lose the sense of humor now. Don't act like you're high and almighty. Don't
No,
do
I
it.
mean,
What?
Yeah.
Now you're accusing us?
Yeah, because everything else was funny, and like that was also funny.
but a
And you
duck
guys were
died.
like,
though.
oh no, the animal.
That's
like,
not funny.
It wasn't
like,
that
oh,
funny.
goodness.
Like
yeah.
if the eyes squirted on someone or something crazy
Whoa,
happened. they would've
whoa. You can't be going around squirting on people. What the hell's wrong with you?
You can't say that on the radio.
Yeah,
What
Jesus.
oh boy.
Jeez, man.
What's your favorite Pokemon? Squirtle?
I
No,
really
I don't know anything about Pokemon.
care.
I really almost said something that I'm really glad my brain helped me out to take over.
Damn it, I was this close.
Like future
I was
Johnsy
this close
is
to
so
getting out of here,
fucking proud
Damon.
of me right now.
I'm
Future
trying,
Johnsy
Damon.
is so
Trying.
proud of me right now. I
Oh,
don't care
yeah.
what anything. Yeah, because I would have had a tell on myself, and then there would have been hell to pay.
Okay.
Jeez, must have been real good.
Nah, we just leave it alone.
Never
Leave
know.
it alone.
Keep secrets.
I shouldn't. I've already said
Jonesy
too much.
doesn't
Yeah,
tell
you
people
said too
with his
much already. You
friends.
said too much.
Jonesy doesn't say nothing. He keeps it all to himself. You heard it here.
No, it was no.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We don't
Hey,
even
Damon.
know.
Damon,
We
when'd you get
don't
that
even
cool flag
learn
behind
now.
you?
We don't even
Yeah,
really
actually,
know.
that's we got that for being a season ticket holder.
Ooh, that's a privet flag. A privet.
Yeah, so privet flag.
By the way,
matter of fact-
everybody enjoy everything while it's free.
Well, I didn't get free tickets.
What? What?
There
I
will
don't even.
eventually.
Where are
Yeah.
we going?
Eventually, I'm
Damon?
just saying. Everybody subscribe, tune in. Everything's free. right now.
Oh, that makes
My
sense.
bad.
Lead
Yeah, I
in
was
with
like-
that. We just lead in.
Yeah. That was
Jeez.
poorly Hey, that's on me. That's on me.
Come on, Eagle
That
Rare.
was more limp in my pinky
Oh.
earlier. Oh wait, not earlier on Friday. Yeah, got to go back for Friday.
But yeah,
night.
tune in now. We're giving away every show's free. Everything's free. We'll probably have a TDN Plus at some point. So in the meantime, just enjoy all the shows. Be a friend, tell a friend. Spread the word. Everything's free for now. So let's do it.
Yep.
I don't even like saying it like that. It's not very Prince of the Poor to word it that way.
Yeah, but it's not gonna be expensive.
No.
It's not gonna be like yep, I was about to say it. Nope.
Well, say it. I don't know what
I was
that is.
not gonna talk about it Ember's platform.
We're not going to talk about the Embers platform. Got it.
We've already said it.
Yeah. We're just not talk about Bruno. We're gonna talk about Bruno.
Or the other. Nah, I won't say anything about the other. I won't say anything about that. By the way, I hope they figure it out. And here's why on that one. Because I think it's imperative for all other creators if they pull it off.
Absolutely.
If they continue, I'll say if they continue to flop like it has been, because I haven't heard of one person that's been impressed by it. And no offense to anybody. I mean, you have leaders, and your leaders are letting you down. But yeah, I really want them to figure it out because it justifies everybody else. If they lose all credibility amongst all barbecue creators for running a shitty pay-to-play service, it's going to set the whole movement back on that like a long time.
You heard it here first.
Yep.
I mean, listen, we're going to be fine. We all have jobs. But for the poor bastards that literally try to make this as like their everyday living, which is stupid, I'm just saying it. Manifesting. I don't know. It would be cool. But it's so far of like, it's so rare to make a living off what we do that it's just not something that's in my brain. But like,
it can happen, but you just got to
I want there to be like, a lot of work and a freaking manuscript of what to follow to make it successful.
Right.
But right now, I feel like we're getting a manuscript of what not to do.
10-4.
Sorry.
And we cut to Johnsy's promo now.
All right, let's do that.
What's my promo?
I would say if we had it, I could pull it right up.
Johnson, cut a promo. Go.
Oh, it's on another page.
Okay. Johnson, cut a raw
all
promo
spoken
right
words
now.
are not
Let's go.
a reflection of the Dude Network as a whole.
Cut a promo for Dude Network right now.
Yeah,
go,
Dude
go.
Network is a separate entity from the individual's thoughts and statements on this program.
Oh, that's not what I meant. This show.
This is exactly what I meant, though. He feels sad now.
Well,
I am sad. I feel like Bruno got betrayed. A2 Brute.
Bro, your production extraordinaire, EVP, production executive, 15 title guy he queued me up for that. I'm just the COO.
I said say something good about TDN. Cut a promo, and that's what you.
TDN's the best thing you could ever subscribe to.
All right.
I don't understand why you're so late to the game.
Facts.
You did save it a little bit.
I did what?
You did save it a little bit.
Okay.
My butt hurt. My butt hurt went away slightly.
That's because you ain't. Oh, I thought you said your butt hurt. I was gonna say because you're sitting on that old stool.
Nah,
Right.
man.
Well,
that-
you got to
that
get a
old-
comfier chair if your butt hurt.
I am in the comfiest chair. I have been chilling all night, man. I'm
Yeah, we
living
could
my
tell.
best life in this chair.
We could tell.
Yeah, I've just been fucking
Yeah, you
hanging,
peed
man.
in it twice.
Right.
Yeah.
Folks,
I've got
don't
one of them
forget-
stadium. I tell you what, I wish I had a stadium buddy tonight.
folks, don't forget, 4 nights a week, you can catch us here on the Dude Network in some variation on Thursdays. It's the only show that's a different time. 7 o'clock Eastern.
Mm-mm.
And
I'm sorry, 7 o'clock Pacific, 10 o'clock Eastern.
That's right.
that's because it's a late night parlay. And we're doing Thursday night football. It starts at 8, so you can finish out the game with us live.
10-4. So,
Yeah.
Johnsy, don't do a promo. Got it.
Yeah, I'll just elaborate. I'm adding on to your promo like you've added on the Damon's answers all night. Go ahead.
10-4. We also have this okay show that this knucklehead started.
I lost my wife out. Whoops.
Called the Dudes After Dark. If you want to catch that one, that's cool. Saturdays is pretty ripping. But
There's
the
no
best
telling.
the best show's on Sunday with me and this
Say it louder for the people in the back.
Sundays.
Wait a minute.
The best show on this network is on Sundays with me and this beautiful
Wrong.
guest. You know, everybody's entitled to their opinion, even if they're wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I will say this is the first network.
First network, okay.
I said amendment. This is a pro First Amendment network.
None of us caught that. Promise.
I didn't catch the pro for sure. Here's that eagle
Anyway,
again.
4 nights a week, folks. 4 nights a week. Tune in next Thursday, 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Western, for the late night parlay with Tony and our good friend from up north, 3 Overs Daily, aka Chip.
Yep.
And we'll be back with Dudes After Dark. Always a good one planned on Friday night. Saturday, we will be back with the after party. And then, of course, Damon and I will crush him, bring it home on Sunday for another foodie show.
We'll wrap that whole thing up with a
We got
buck.
a head college football coach coming on Friday.
Nice.
Head coach, not no O coordinator. We got the head dog.
There it is.
I mean, what more do you want? We got the
Redneck Roach.
website, a merch
Redneck
store.
Roach is the second part of that.
Right.
Ooh.
We
gonna
just
keep
got
going.
people like
Red
Tell
Neck
us-
Roach.
we got TDN Outdoors segments with Big Ed. Like, tell us what else you want. Maybe it'll
MLB
surface.
baseball, actual players in the Major League Baseball system with parents. We got that too.
Right. So if you do want to suggest anything or like see some bingo, baby, read my mind, do network hotline right there. Text it, send us a message. We'll get back to you. Folks, in the words of our buddy, because this is day, what, 1427
I was going to say 2042.
8,368,300
of wearing Nombre's hat till our good buddy's found and comes home. Be good and be good at it.
No, hombre, shut up.